The most common question that freelancers have is how to get clients. That is because when I started as a freelancer, I too had the same question, and it always felt like everyone else was getting clients except me. So, I'm going to share with you 7 ways with which you can get clients as a freelancer in 2025, and these do not include cold emailing or going on Fiverr or Upwork or even desperately sending thousands and thousands of connection requests on LinkedIn. So, the very first thing that I'm going to talk about that helped me the most is start creating content. By creating content, I mean start documenting your journey. You do not need to complexify it. Just start documenting your work process, the results that you have brought for your previous clients. If you have worked with 1 or 2 clients, how you've brought results for them, behind the scenes of how you work, and things like that. Now, if you are a complete beginner, let's say you are a content writer and you have no experience, how will you document? What will you document? Whether you are creating content on Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, whichever platform you choose, start showing the things that you are learning. That is, let's say you've taken up a course or maybe you are watching a YouTube video. What are the things that you have learned? Start documenting those. If you are, let's say, creating a sample article, in that case, document how you are doing it. So how you are coming up with the idea, how you are researching, how long it is taking you to write an article, how are you editing the article. All these things you can document, and these things will attract clients who are maybe looking to work with new people. Maybe they do not have a lot of budget, so they are wanting or they are looking for people who are freshers or who have just started. So they will reach out to you, and that's how you will get clients. The next way again comes under content creation only, but here you need to create a little different kind of content, which is create content that address the pain points of your target audience. For the longest, I made this mistake is that I was targeting other freelancers through my content. That is what I was doing on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube. Now on YouTube, it was still okay because I then decided that this YouTube channel is going to be for helping people like myself, for helping other freelancers, social media managers, writers. So it was okay. But I was using Instagram and LinkedIn solely for lead generation. So over there, if my content is all about freelancing, then it will attract other freelancers and not my target audience. This is a mistake a lot of freelancers make. So I do not want you to make this. Instead, create content that talk about the pain points of your target audience. Let me give you my example. My target audience is founders, and the service I provide is LinkedIn personal branding. So many founders do not know about LinkedIn personal branding. They do not know how it can help them. Many of them know about it but do not have the time to work on their personal brands. So these are some problems or pain points of my target audience. So I will create content around these. I will explain what LinkedIn personal branding is. I will explain how it can help founders. I will tell them that I am someone who helps founders build their LinkedIn personal brand so people can reach out to me. So my content will be around all these things so that it can attract my target audience. And when it will, they will definitely reach out to me. The next thing is commenting. Yes, a lot of people do not know this, but your comments, whether you are doing it on Instagram or you are doing it on LinkedIn, it can really create an impact. So you must have noticed it. When we scroll on Instagram Reels, there are maybe a lot of funny content or anything inspiring. A lot of times we go on to check the comment section, and that is very common everywhere. So if you are commenting the right way, if you are commenting on the right places, it can help you attract clients. Now let me tell you a story of how I got a client. So I usually, whenever I am maybe active on LinkedIn, so I try to go on to some profiles and comment over there because I really like their content. One of that is Ankur Warikoo. So I had this prospect who was already reaching out to LinkedIn personal branding people. Basically, he was not getting the kind of person he wanted to work with. Now, he saw my comment on Ankur Warikoo's one of his posts, and that is how he decided to reach out to me. When we had a conversation, it clicked and he became my client. So that is how impactful comments can be, which is why I put a lot of emphasis on commenting whenever you are trying to maybe grow a LinkedIn personal brand. You are, trying to grow on any platform. Commenting should be a big part of your strategy. If you want to know more about this, then I have a LinkedIn masterclass. I will leave the link in the description box. You can go and check it out. It has everything in details about how you can grow a personal brand on LinkedIn, which also includes commenting. The next thing is getting referrals. Now, this is something I was sleeping on for the longest, but I have decided to start this in 2025, which is why I'm also sharing this with you. If you have a few clients, let's say you are working with 1 or 2 clients, okay? If your work is good and if they are happy with what you are doing, you can ask them for referrals. You can let them know that you are open to more work, and if they have other people in their circle who might get help from the service that you provide, then they can refer you to them. You can just, keep it to this, or you can even offer a discount to them that if any of their referrals convert, you will give them a discount for a month or for however long you want to. That way, they will also have this urge to refer you, and that way you can increase your clients. I know a lot of agencies, a lot of freelancers who do not even need to look for clients on social media because this referral system works so well for them. Another thing that I had received the opportunity for, but I did not go for it as of now. I might think about it later. But basically, you can partner with other people, other service providers or agencies, and get clients through that. I am a LinkedIn personal branding expert, and maybe there is an agency out there which provides digital marketing services. Maybe they provide Facebook marketing or Instagram marketing, but they do not have anyone who can provide LinkedIn marketing. So I can partner with that agency and I can let them know that if you have any clients who need this, then you can give me that project and we can maybe work on a partnership basis on this. And that again is a great way to get clients, because these agencies often have a lot of people who they are working with, and a lot of clients may have the requirement of the service that you are providing. So if this is done right, then you can really get a lot of benefits and a lot of clients through this process. The next thing that I'd like to point out is basically the same old thing that a lot of people have been suggesting, is niche down. And by this I mean you will find a lot of service providers out there who are generalists, which means they have not specialized in anything. There may be someone who is a content writer who writes content on anything and everything, any industry that they get work in. But then there may be a content writer who is only working in the, let's say, health tech sector. So they have expertise in that. They have worked with a lot of people in that industry. And how this helps is when a client reaches out and looks for this specific experience of any one niche, the chances of this person converting the client increases. The chances of them getting paid more also increases. For example, when I started out, I was just a content creator. I did not select any niche. Then I moved to social media management, and although I have the knowledge of a lot of platforms, I have chosen to specialize in LinkedIn only. I know I prefer working with founders the most, and they are most active on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is most beneficial for them. So that's how I have decided the platform. For you, it may be a totally different industry. Maybe you are interested in fashion or entertainment. Then Instagram will be more beneficial for you and you can specialize in that. The next one is, although I said no cold emailing, but if you do cold emails right, then you can get the best of the best clients through this process. But I'm going to talk about the approach that you should take. Most freelancers send cold emails in the most boring, most ineffective way, because I get a lot of cold emails from freelance video editors who want to edit my videos, and none of the pitches are good enough. So, what you should really do is spend some time in researching. Whenever you want to work with someone, you really need to study their profile, the mistakes that they are making, or the gaps that is there in their approach or in their content that you can fill. And based on that, you should create a message or an email. And it should not be a generic pitch where you just say that I've come across your YouTube video, I really like it, I'd love to work with you. That is very, very basic, and that will not help you convert clients in 2025, because people are looking for people who are ready to put in the efforts. So instead of this generic message, you study their profile, you find out the problems they have, the gaps they have, how you can help them, and based on that, create your message and then send it to them. Don't try to target 10 people, 20 people in a day and send the same message to them. Instead, try this approach. This will limit your outreach. So maybe you will be able to, let's say, reach out to only 5 people, because you'll have to do the research, you'll have to study everything, you'll have to create personalized messages for each of them. But this will increase the chances of you getting a response from them or getting even hired by them. So that's it. These were the 7 ways with which you can get clients as a freelancer in 2025. I hope this was useful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.